Good morning, this is Chris with CodeChris.com. Thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. If you're new here, my name is Chris, and press the subscribe button. Anyways, what I want to talk about today is the importance of books. If you're trying to learn something, there is additional benefits to books. And to, hang on. These are currently 2 books that I am in the process of reading. Now, Chris, why are you reading? There's so many videos online. There's so many whatever. The thing about books is there's something about the absorption of knowledge that happens when you just are physically going through the pages, when you could reread the text, when you're like attaching your little sticker for notes and stuff. You kind of process it different. You like remember it, right? And I think also the way books are written as opposed to articles or videos or whatever is there's going to be additional reliance on just the words and how it's written to get the point across, right? To emphasize whatever it is they're trying to emphasize. They have to do it in just those words and a few pictures. They can't show you video. They can't show you what they mean. You have to visually kind of start putting things together in your mind and attaching it, okay?
With imagination.
I learned JavaScript, fat book like that big. Actually, it was a book a little bit bigger than this, right? I just went to the library. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? I got a book on JavaScript, and I just started reading it, and I eventually used a text editor, blah, 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 blah. You guys know the story. When you have a book, what you're doing, if you rent a book or you purchase a book, what you're doing is you're putting in an investment, right?
But before I invest, I'm going to study the facts myself.
It's an invested time, it's a dedication, right? It's like, okay, well, I have this thing. There's a definitive when I am done with it. There's a definitive I have completed it, I have gone through it, right?
It's done.
You don't really get that with videos, right? Videos online, things online, feel like a dime a dozen. Scroll through and whatever, and sometimes you do absorb the knowledge, sometimes you have to go through an additional video or whatever the case is. And don't get me wrong, I use that stuff all the time, but when I really want to learn something, when I really want to just process it, I do try to find something that I can physically read, right? If it's an ebook or it's a physical book. And it just really comes down to, it's just another way for me to kind of really focus in on things. Now, what I'm also doing now is it's additional way for me to get stuff done that's not at the computer, right? I can continue my knowledge and continue my learning when I'm not at the computer. Before bed, early morning, just, on an airplane trip, whatever the case is, I can read a book as opposed to trying to code some stuff up, some whatever. Especially if it's a brand new topic, especially if it's like very fresh or it's kind of like high level abstraction. It's very practical to go ahead and go through a book and all that. These books that I particularly are referencing, they have a bunch of code. And what I do is I actually do try to read the code. I try to understand the code and get okay, why are you doing this? Okay, that makes sense. And what I'm doing is I'm just finding good practices. I'm understanding the structure. I'm understanding how things are built, and I'm kind of seeing that repetition of stuff, right? Because usually they'll have the same code in different pieces, repeated, etc., etc. For me, I think books are very important, and ultimately you kind of want to have a cool library of books at the end of the day.
I've never seen so many books in all my life.
But I definitely do have some additional books. Not with me right now. But I definitely do have some additional books that, I haven't really gone through, haven't had a chance to mess with, because ultimately I changed gears, right? I have a Java book, but not really doing Java, right? With all that being said, I hope you found this interesting. If not, press the like button. If you did, press the like button. See what I did there? Regardless, like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any thoughts, questions, or ideas for future videos, let me know. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.